Recording has been started. So we have just started discussing about the relationships in Java, and now by now we got to understand about the relationships, right? Relationships in Java. So these relationships are categorized into three types. One is as a relationship. Second one is you have is a relationship, and the third one is uses a relationship. As a is a and uses a relationship. So we have also discussed about the purpose of this relationship. What is the purpose? It is going to take what less execution time. First thing. Second thing is it is going to consume the less memory. Okay, the third one is it is going to take less number of instructions. Less number of instructions. Okay, so let us discuss about the as a relationship first. Okay, I will give you the brief idea about as a relationship. I'm given this idea yesterday, but again I will going to give this today. If you take class A, okay, if you make a relationship between two classes. So I have class A and class B. Okay. Now I can say that these two classes are completely independent classes. By looking at this, okay, there is no relationship between these two classes. But I want to make a relationship. Okay, so every class is going to have what? Every class is going to have the properties. It is going to have properties. The second one it is going to have behaviors. Right? So properties means the variables are always called, the variables are also called as properties, and the methods are called as what? Behaviors, because they hold the actual business logic, isn't it? The methods are called as behaviors. If I say my class B is extended into class A, now there is a relationship between these two classes. Now what? There is a relationship between these two classes, right? So I have class B. Okay, I have two classes. So this is class A and this is class B. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is class A. This is class B, class A. So the moment I start using the extends keyword, so there is a relationship between these two classes. This is going to act as a parent and this is going to act as the child. I can say that class B is having a relationship. Is having a relationship with class A. So class B is having a relationship. Okay, you are using the okay. This is where the ECA relationship has been cropped out. This is why they started calling the relationship between two classes as the concept of ECA relationship. So we will discuss more about the ECA relationship in the topic of inheritance. ECA relationship always talks about what? Inheritance. For now, we do not have to worry much about that, since I have explained you here what about the relationship that we have in Java is a relationship. Okay, I have given this completely picture. Now, this is what we have discussed actually. Purpose we have discussed. We have discussed about class. Okay. The next thing is, let us start understanding about what as a relationship. Okay, so we have to understand about as a relationship. Is not I have discussed this one, is a relationship. Okay, not as. We will understand about what as a relationship. Okay, what is as a relationship? Let me take to understand this. Let me take a simple class like employee class. Class employee. Okay. So every employee is going to have the integer, like employee number is going to have, and is going to have what? String. Employee name is going to have, is going to have what? Is going to have string. Email is going to have. Okay, and also is going to have string address. So these fields are completely fine. This data can be collected, no issues. But there is one problem here. What is the problem? The employee number. Okay, when you say employee number, okay, one value is enough to To do what? To store this one value, to store the employee number, one value is sufficient. To store the employee name, only one value is sufficient, because every employee is going to have only one name, right? There can't be more than one name. Of course, there will be first name, last name, but when you talk about a name, okay, it is like, okay, the name will be the first name and last name, middle name, everything will be considered as one name. So one value at last. Email, one valid employee email, right? Only one valid employee email will be there. So this is also one value. So there will be some variables, or there will be, you know, some data or some property where it is going to depend upon many properties internally, many values internally. So address cannot be represented in through one value, because address is going to be what? This combination of house number, okay, combination of street name, a combination of pin code, you can say, okay, combination of city, combination, and you can also include state, you can also include country, city till, okay, we can include state at last. Okay, so you cannot store the address by using a common one value. Okay, it should be the combination of all these values: house number, street name, pin code, city, and the state. So, right, if you have such things, okay, what Java is recommending is that it is asking us to declare this address variable in a different class. Or if you have one values, no issues, you can directly define that by using the primitive types or the class types. But if you want to represent a data that is what collated with a lot of values, so that is dependent upon many values, okay, what you can do, what you can use a separate class as address class. You can take a separate class, and this address class is going to have all these fields or all these variables: integer, house number, okay, string, street name, okay, and integer or long pin code, long pin code, okay, you have what? String city, you have something like string state. Okay, so you do not have to worry about this. Okay, if you are declaring everything, see guys, this is not like, okay, what you may be getting a questions, why we cannot declare all these fields under one class. If you declare everything under one class, okay, you also have an option to declare everything as a one under one class. Okay, you can declare all these fields under one class, under employee class itself. But it is like, so this combination, this is okay. Okay, this data is also okay, this data is also okay. But how do we know that the combination of all this data has to be stored in one variable? You cannot take the individual variable names like house number, S name, pin code, city. Okay. I need to find a way that I need to represent all these fields under one common variable. Okay, if you want to achieve that, instead of taking one common variable, I will be taking one common class. Instead of doing this, I will be taking all the variables under one common class, which is address class in my example, right? Now my data type is going to be what? Address type. Now my data type is going to be what? The address type, this address type. Now what is the address type? This is a class type. This address type is a class type, and likewise I can give my own reference value. It can be like ADD or ESS, any reference value I can give, right? Okay, now this address variable as is you can store with this, you can store all these values inside this one address variable. How you can store that, that is a second thing, but you have an option like this. Now if you observe one thing here, the employee class, okay, the employee class has an information about address class. Don't you think so? Can I say this? An employee class has an information about address class. If you look at this closely, okay, if you just look at this little bit closely, right? So this is what, this is the address class, right? This is part of address class, right? I can say that this employee class has an information about the address class. That is the word, this is the word that has been that the Java people have started using, taking this scenario, they have started using the word like as a word, as a word. So this concept is called as what, as a relationship. How we are going to this, that thing we are going to understand now, right? Okay, so let me give you some theory. So this is what the as a relationship, right? I can say that when one class knows the information about the other classes, when one class knows information about the other classes, then we can call it as association. Don't worry about this word. We can call it as association. It can be achieved by, association can be achieved by using as a relationship. Using as a relationship. Okay. What is the as a relationship? What should be our answer? Our answer should be what? Answer should be what? When one class knows information about other classes, then we call it as, okay, we'll call it as association, and this it can be achieved by using as a relationship. Very simple, right? So now we have understood what is as a relationship. Okay, next question is, what is the relationship between, what is the difference between as a relationship and is a relationship? What is the difference? Okay, as a relationship is used to define the, I will tell you what is association. Okay, so this is a new word for us now. Now we know what is as a relationship. Now we have to understand what is association. As a relationship is used to define, the associations between the classes. It will improve, okay, it will improve the communication between two classes. Very important point. Communication or data navigation between two classes. Navigation between two classes. Okay. And what about the is a relationship? Is a relationship is able to define the inheritance. Relationship of parent child relationship between the Java classes. It will improve the code reusability. Okay, these are the definitions. Okay, as a relationship is used to define the associations. Now the question will come: what is this association? Now we will understand what is these associations. What are associations in Java? What are associations in? Okay, the main intention. Okay, the main intention of the of Java associations is, first one, you can able to communicate between two classes. Communication between classes. Second one is what? Navigation between classes. You can do these two things. Again, they are categorized into four types. Don't worry about this theory. I will give you the complete justification now sometime. Categorized. They are categorized into four types. What are they? First one is one-to-one association. Second one is one-to-many. Many-to-one association. Many-to-many association. Right. Okay. Next thing is to implement associations in Java application. We have to declare either single or array of variables of one class in another class. Okay, theoretically we might be thinking what is this one-to-one, what is this one-to-many, and what is the actual logic here. Theoretically we may see a lot of confusion here. Okay, to understand these things practically, okay, I will give you some picture about the employee table or the employee table. Let us say you're joining a company, definitely they would be doing what they will be asking you to, they will be generating employee details, right? So class employee, first one. Okay. The employee, like I said, we know we have the employee number, you have the employee name, you have the email address. So these three things are common things, right? And also there will be a separate class, right? Like the account details. So once you join in a company, they need to credit the salary into your account, isn't it? So to credit the salary, they will collect two information, right? Two major information, like maybe account number they collect, right? They collect the branch name, okay? They collect the IFSC code. They just collect account number and the branch name. So I'm just giving these details: account number, branch name, and the IFSC code and the bank name. Last bank name. For security reasons, they collect this thing, right? So there are two classes. One class is for employee class, and second one is for account class, right? But I want to store the account information in the employee class also. I want to store what? I want to store the account information in the employee class also. Someone is on mute. They can be on mute. They can't mute. They can't mute. What is happening? Okay. Employee number, employee name, email address, right? I will be placing the account information here. Right? Account information will be placed here. So what happens? So there is a connection. The data will be transferred. The data will be transferred between these two classes. Okay. So when you store account information, you're not just storing this account information. You're storing the information like account number, the combination of account number, bank name, IFSC code, and the the branch name, IFSC code, and the bank name. You're storing this many informations, right? So there is a data transfer happening between these two classes. Okay, this data account number is transmitted here, and branch name is transmitted, IFSC is transmitted, bank name is also transmitted. Okay, so this kind of relationship is called as what? The one-to-one relationship. Why one-to-one relationship? When you look at this, when you observe this a little bit closely, right? So one class you are declaring in one class, you are declaring, you are maintaining the information of another class. In one class, you are maintaining an information of what? Another class, right? So this comes under one-to-one information. So when you want to, expand your knowledge practically, okay, let me open my Eclipse editor. Okay, let it is launching behind the scenes, because you don't worry about this Eclipse editor. You can download it online. I will take a separate class how to download this Eclipse editor. For now, this editor will make us job very simple. Okay, you do not have to stress much writing everything in the notepad. We are okay to start using the editors from now onwards. Okay, it is getting open. We'll write the code in the Eclipse editor. Okay, meanwhile, I will tell you something. So here, to achieve the as a relationship, we have to follow the concept of what? Encapsulation. Encapsulation. So what is an encapsulation? So encapsulation is just a concept to do the data carrier. For example, so you have taken the employee class, right? So in the employee class, you will be having what? You will be having the properties. You will be having, right? Properties means variables, right? What encapsulation says, all the properties should be declared with private access modifier. We have discussed these things in the encapsulation topic. All the properties should be declared in private access modifier. The second thing is, we need to generate getters and setters. We need to write getters and setters, right? And also you need to write one no argument constructor, okay, one zero argument constructor, and all argument constructor. Last thing, you need to override what? You need to override the toString method. Override toString method. So don't ask me what is this. These things are discussed in the topic encapsulation topic. Okay. When you take any employee, when you take any class, right? You will be having the properties. Okay. All the properties should be declared with private access modifier. In our example, you have ename, employee number, employee name, and email. Everything should be declared along with the private access modifier, right? The second important thing is, we should have the getters and setters. We know how to generate, how to write the getters and setters, and also you need to define two constructors. One is no argument constructor, one is all argument constructor, and you should override the toString method. Override. Okay, so this class is going to act as the data carrier. This class is going to act as the data carrier. By using these classes, you can just transfer the data, or you just navigate between two classes for the data navigation. It's going to act as a data transfer. How we are going to achieve this? Let this click. Okay, it is open. Perfect. What I'm doing, I'm just focus here. You just give Eclipse download, you can download it very easily, and this screen will open. Okay, file. I'm taking what? I'm taking new. I'm considering the Java project. Okay, I'm giving the project name as employee. I'm giving the project name as what? Employee project, right? It is asking me to give the project name. I'm giving the project name as employee project, and do not have to do any changes here. Just click on next. Okay, nothing. After this next button will be disabled. So you just click on finish. Let me close this. The employee project is generated. Okay, and you are able to see a folder like src. Okay, in this folder, right click on this folder, create new, and click on package. You will place each and every class under one package, guys. You will place each and every class under one package. So I'm taking the package name as the form dot emp dot, okay, what can I name? Employee package. Employee package. Package has been created. and right click on the package, click on new, click on class. It will ask you to give the class name. I'll give the class name as employee. You don't have to touch anything, just click on finish. Okay, by default, the employee class will be public under this package. Okay, this is just like creating a package in the notepad, creating a package by writing the package keyword, okay, and giving the package name of the package, and creating a public class, okay, public class employee. Okay. So you have to type these things in notepad and you have to save this, you have to compile it by yourself, right? But here in the Eclipse editors, compilation will be happening automatically. Okay, employee class has been created. Now see, employee is going to have how many information? Employee number, employee name, email. Forget about the information. First we have created employee class. What is another class that we have to create? Account class. Right? How we can create that? Go to the editor. Click on this SRC. Go to new package. Place every class under one package. So com dot. I'm taking the package employee package. Taking the packages com dot emp dot account package. Okay, and clicking on this account package, new class, okay, and name the class as what? Account class. Okay, now I have two classes. One is account class, which is under this package. One is employee class, which is under this package. Okay, now observe one thing. Observe one thing here. There is an as a relationship, right? So this account class, this employee class is dependent upon this account class. Employee class is dependent upon this account class. First, you build the dependency class. This is a dependent class. Okay, employee class is having the information of account class, guys. Employee class is having the information of account class. So this account class is a dependent class of employee class. First, you build the class for account class. Then you will build the, see, if you want to construct an house, okay, you cannot just go straightly and construct an house. What you have to do, you have to start building the basement first. Because without basement, you cannot start constructing the house, or you cannot work on the doing the making the slabs. You cannot construct the walls, you cannot construct the rooms, you cannot do the woodworks, you cannot do the plumbing work. Basement is mandatory, right? Basement is dependent of all the house. Likewise, since this employee class has the account class information, first you build the account class, dependent class. So I'm going to the account by going to my account class in the Eclipse. Okay. Inside this account class, what information I'm expecting? I'm expecting the 4 fields. What? Account number, branch name, IFSC code, and the bank name. Okay. Account number, ACC number. Account number should be usually in what? Account number, we can take the account number in the integer format. Since these are the numbers, integer format, okay, let me take it as long format. Integer is fine. I will take a small account number. Integer is fine. Next thing is what information I'm expecting. Bank B name. B name is what? Branch name. Branch name is like Kukatpalli branch, Lingampalli branch. So they are in the form of string. So I am keeping this as string data. Third thing is what? Account name, branch, IFSC code, and the bank name. IFSC, it is a combination of numbers as well as the string. I'm taking it as string only. Okay, next one is what? The bank name. Bank name. Bank name is again the sequence of characters. I'm taking it as string. So for in the encapsulation concept, all the properties should be declared with private access modifier. Okay, private access modifier, private access modifier, private access modifier, private access modifier. Okay, so the properties are constructed successfully. You can say that the properties are what? Properties are constructed successfully. Okay, next thing what I have to do for encapsulation, I need to generate getter setters, one no or all of constructor and one no or constructor and 2 string method. Firstly, let me generate constructor. Very simple. Right click here. You will get an option like something source. Go to the source. Okay. it is going to give you an option like generate constructor using fields. Just click on this, select all the fields, click on generate. Constructor will be generated. You can remove the super keyword for the better readability. Okay, you don't have to write this constructor by typing this. You can just generate this. So this is all argument constructor. I also want to generate what? I also want to generate the no argument constructor. I can do the same thing. Right click here. Go to source. Generate constructor using fields. Deselect all. So this is no argument constructor. Don't ask me what is a constructor. Constructor is what? It is a block. It is going to be same as the class name, right? And this is what? This is a no argument. No, you are not passing any argument. That's why it is no argument, right? And you are passing all the arguments. That's why it has become the all arg constructor. Okay, and also you need getters and setters. You do not have to write that. Right click here, go for source. You get an option generate getters and setters. Click here, right? Select all, generate. Okay, you get what? Get account number, set account number. Get B name, set B name. Get IFSC, set IFSC. Get bank name, set bank name. Get means getter, set means setter. Get means getting the value from the object. Set means setting the value from the object. We have 4 fields. Okay, I need 8 methods. 4 methods are for getters and 4 methods are for setters. We have 5 fields. I need 10 methods. 5 methods are for getters, 5 methods are for setters. At last, you need to do what? You need to override the toString method. Private, right click, source, you have generate toString. Click here, select all the fields. ToString method is also generated. Okay, now we are able to build the account class successfully. Account class is going to accept these many information. What is the second class I'm working on? Employee class. Employee class is depend upon account class, right? Go to see employee number, employee name, employee email address, right? These are the 3 fields that I'm expecting, isn't it? Okay. So employee number will be in the form of what? Integer ENO. Okay, then string ename. Okay, then string email. Okay, all the variables should be of private type. Okay, this is also what? Private. This is also what? Private. Okay. Now you are depending upon the another, you are placing the another class information as a relationship you are making. As a relationship. Okay, by placing what? By calling the account class. Just you will type account class control space. Okay, you need to import the account class. Okay, it is asking you account class is under form.emp.account package. Just click here. Okay, it is going to import this account class so that the connectivity will be created between these two classes because they are part of different packages, isn't it? Import the account class, create your own reference variable name as well. Okay, this should also be what? Private. If you look at this, this is acceptable. This is something that we have come across very often. Employee number is integer, e-name is string, employee email is string, also string. Sequence of account means this account has what? This account class has what? This has 4 informations, right? How we are going to deal with that, we will understand. So we have properties. You again for this you need to generate what? You need to generate no argument constructor first. File, right click, source, generate constructor using fields, deselect all, generate no argument constructor is generated. Then all argument constructor has to be generated. File, source, generate constructor using fields, select all argument constructor. Remove the super keyword, not necessary to achieve good readability. If you place also no issues. Then right click, source, generate getters and setters, select all, generate. The getters and setters are generated. Okay, at last right click, source, generate toString method. Done. So employee class is also ready, account class is also ready. Now we need to start adding the values to this respective object. We need to start what? We need to start adding the values to the respective objects. How we can do that? We need to have the main class, right? Where I'm going to take a main class. Again, I'm going to source. Again, I'm going to new, taking the package. I'm going to take the name of the package as com.emp dot, okay, main, this time main. Inside this package, I'm going to take what? Class, which is what? Which is the main class. I am writing it as main class. And I am also selecting this public static void main so that the main class is generated automatically. So every class is under one individual package. Okay, main class is under this package, account class is under this package, employee class is under this package. So now main class is if I run this code, okay, the compilation is happening automatically behind the scenes. Okay, if I run this code, you don't see anything, okay, because in the main method you haven't included any statement. Let me include one statement. Checking. Let me run this code. Checking you're getting. The console you're getting checking. Only one statement I've included. But I want to do what? I want to add the values. Okay. See, employee class has four variables. This is the complex variable. Complex means as a relationship variable, right? And account class. First, create an object for the account class, then add the values first. Because employee class is depend upon account class. First, you need to fill the data for the account class. Okay, this is account class, right? I can create object for the account class like this. Account obj equal to new account. Okay, it is giving me an error. Why? Because it is showing red line. Because you need to import that. Because account class is in different package, you need to import that. After importing it, you can do the import automatically just by placing the cursor here. It will give you an option. Just click on it. Object has been created for account. And now what you can do, you can say obj dot, okay, look at the values, account number, bank name, IFSC code, and the bank, branch name, IFSC code, and branch name. Account number, obj dot account, set account number. So there is a setter, right? Obj dot set account number. I'm taking the account number as 1 2 3 4 for simplicity. Okay, obj dot set branch name. Set, okay, but pallu not forget palli. Okay, obj dot set IFSC. IFSC is of string type. I am saying IFSC when I am something like this. Some value I am taking. Let's say IFSC 110000. Right? At last, obj dot bank name. Get bank name. Bank name I am taking it as Axis Bank. Done. So let us see what is happening behind the scenes. Huh? Let me copy this. Now focus here. Now from here you need to observe the actual observation should happen from here. Okay. So I have what? I have employee class. Let me copy this information and paste it in the paint screen. So this is the complete employee class that I have. Okay, perfect. This is font size 2. Okay. So I have the employee class. It looks good. Let me keep this colors. Huh? I have the employee class. I hope this is visible. No? Employee class is there. Okay, next I have what? I have the account class. Let me copy all this information and put it here. Okay, account class information. Right. Next, what I have the main class as well. Now see, everything will start from the main method. Object has been created for the account class, right? So account class, right? So this line, okay, the first line will ensure that an object is created and is going to have the reference variable like obj, right? So in the beginning, okay, you have account number has been set to the beginning, it will be null. In the beginning, everything will be null. Phone number, you have bank branch name, and you have IFSC code, and you have what? You have bank name. This four information you have, right? Bank name is branch name is. I mean, everything will be null in the beginning. The first line, IFSC will also be null, and bank name will also be null, right? So you are setting values. In the second line, you are setting value account number to 1234, right? It becomes 1234. Okay, bank B name, right? So I said B name, right? I said Kukatpalli, right? And and later, okay, you have IFSC code like IFSC 110000. Should be in capital letters. Okay, at last, the bank name is found to be what? Axis Bank. Axis Bank. So this piece of information has been set. What I want to do again, go back to the code. Okay. So now I want to create object. I want to create object for the employee. Employee. Okay. E1 equal to new employee. Okay. So if I set values, E1 dot set name, set employee number I'm setting it to 123. Second field is set employee name, set e name, employee name. Let us take that. Okay. Third one is E1 dot set employee email. Let me take it as Johnny@gmail.com. Now you see the fourth one, E1 dot. Now you see the fourth one, E1 dot set account. So this set account is a complex object, right? What you can do, an object has been created here, right? This reference you pass here. That's it. OBJ you pass here. Okay? This OBJ has all this information. I will tell you how it works. I need to tell you how it works. For now, what I am doing, let me include these 4 lines. Okay, the next 4 lines are what? Are the next 4 lines in the main method. The first line is creating an object for the employee. Okay, for the employee, again an object will be created, right? And it is going to have what? It is going to be referred as E1, right? It has what? How many fields? It has 4 fields. Employee number, employee name, right? And you have what? You have email, and you have, right? So employee number in the beginning, it is going to be every time in the beginning it is going to be, and later it will be changed to 123. While you setting the value, it will be changed to 123. When it is null, it will be changed to Ganesh. Okay, again it is null, it will be changed to Johnny@gmail.com. Okay, now account number. Account number is what? Account number is what? You are passing reference of account object, OBJ. Okay, what it is going to store? You are passing reference of what? OBJ. It is going to store in the beginning, it is going to be null. Later it is going to be found to be what? OBJ. And if you see, you're not just using OBJ here, okay? So this null values will be in the beginning, so I'm deleting this. Not just using OBJ here, you're using OBJ, which is what? Which is this object. which is I can say that this reference. Okay, so you are using a complex object here. By using this obj, you can what you have access to all these values. Where is the proof that you have access to all these values? Okay, go back here. If I say system dot out dot println dot order println, if I get e1 dot get name, get let me say that get ename. I'm saying get ename. Okay, what I'm using here e1 dot get ename, right? If I run this code, I will get Ganesh. Why I'm getting Ganesh? Just look at the reference, which reference I'm using. Okay, this is the reference I'm using. E1 dot get ename. So where is this E1? Where is this E1 is actually? This is the E1, right? By using this E1, right? You are using what? You are using the get name method. Get name method. Internally, you are calling what? Get name method, right? So what is the where is the get name method? Okay, so this is the get name method. Okay, this get name method is internally returning what? Returning ename itself. Ename with respect to the object. If you look at this object, okay, this E1 is part of this object. If you call get name, that get name is returning what? The get name is returning, it returns ename. Means this ename will be fetched from the object. Ganesh, the value Ganesh will be returned. That's why you get Ganesh. Okay, but my question is, I want to get the account number by using the employee object. What I mean is, go back here. When I say system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, e1 dot obj. What? When I call e1 dot obj, not obj, right? e1 dot get account, okay, dot I can call any information like get account number I can call. See, now look at this, a complex kind of calling. Okay, now look at this calling. Focus on this calling. Okay, you're using E1, right? Very clear. E1, this is the E1, right? And on top of this E1, you're calling get account method. Where is the get account method? So this is the get account method. This get account is returning what? Returning the account. So this get account, this part, this get account is returning you what? Returning the account. It returns account. Okay, this account is here, right? It returns what? Value ob. It returns reference variable obj, right? And again on this reference variable you are calling get account number. What? Get account number you are calling, right? Now where is obj is where? This is obj. Okay, this object, okay, this object is part of the account class, right? Account class. Inside the account class there is a getter called get account number, which is returning ACCNO, right? So this will return ACCNO. It will check the ACCNO in obj. So this is obj. It is going to retrieve what? ACCNO, which is what? 1 2 3 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4 will be fetched. By using as a relationship, this is how we can call the complex object. So when I give the justification for this, if I run this code, okay, we're getting Ganesh 1 2 3 4. Likewise, I can do what? System.out.println. Okay, by using E1 object. E1, when I say E1, E1 is just the employee object. Employee object is E1 object. The screen is visible now, Balaji. Okay. So this E1, okay, when I say E1, where is this Eclipse? Okay. When I say E1, you are referring to the employee object. On top of this E1, okay, you can get all the values. What are the values that you can get on top of this E1? You can get values like okay, get email you get ename get e number you get account you get. But if you just give get account on top of E1, if you just run this, okay, it is giving all the account information because you have overridden the toString method. But you want to get the specific information like the branch information or the bank name information or something like the IFSC code information. You are just calling the account. So for that you get all the objects that are there inside the account class. All the values that are there inside our account class. Again, get account dot you use what? If you want to get the bank name, you use the bank name. This is a complex method calls. E1 dot get account, okay, it is going to give the all the values that are inside the account class. If you want to get the specific value, get that value by using these getters. This is the reason why you're using the getters in the Java classes encapsulation concept. Making sense? If I run this code, you get what? Ganesh 1 2 3 for access. In the previously even get name, I'm directly getting the name because this get name is part of the employee class directly, right? Ganesh, you're setting the name as Ganesh, that name you're getting here. Likewise, if I say system.out.println, okay, if I do e1 dot get email, okay, so directly you can get that email also. There are no issues with that. Okay, email. But when you're dealing with a complex object, you have set the account number or you have passed the reference of another class object, obj object. If you see the account, if obj is part of account, right? Obj is the account type. Inside this account type, you have four information. Okay? So firstly, you will call what? You will call system.out.println e1 dot. Firstly, you will call the get account. It will give you all the four pieces of information, but you want the specific information. Again, you will use the dot operator and you call what? For example, get IFSC. Right? So this is why we are using the assay relationship. In the Oracle classes, we are dealing with the joins tables, right? You keep all the data in the different tables. Similar to that, okay, in Java, you use this assay relationship. Similar to that. Instead of keeping one data in one class, you keep data in different classes and you connect that by using either inheritance or by using this assay relationship. Okay, these things you cannot take these things just like that. Trust me, every Java project, this is how you get the values, this is how you set the values. Everywhere in the Java project, you are going to deal with the data. 70% you are going to deal with this dealing with the data transfers, data communications. Everywhere you will be. Sometimes in my example, I have taken only two simple classes. There will be 5 to 6 classes which is going to have a relationship. Like for example, okay, so class A, there will be class A. It has a relationship of class B. Okay, B obj. Okay, there will be class B, which is going to have an ASA relationship with class C. Okay, C obj. Okay, there will be class C, which is going to have ASA relationship class D, E obj. Okay, there will be class D, okay, which is going to have what? Which is going to have teacher A, something like float. Okay, so this class has a relationship with class B, okay, and this class B has a relationship with class C, okay, and class C has a relationship with class D. Right? When you create an object for the class A, right? So class A is dependent upon class B. First of all, you have to create an object for class B. But this class B is dependent upon class A. But you need to create the object for class A. But this class A is dependent upon class D. First, you'll create object for class D. D obj equal to new D. Either you can pass values like integer, like a as 100 and b as 100.98 here. Okay, then you get object for class C obj equal to new C, and you will pass the reference OB. This is OB. Let me take it as obj1, take it as obj2. You will pass this obj as the reference. Okay, then you will create an object for class B, obj3. Okay, ub. Then you will pass obj2 as the reference. Dependent. Then you will create object for class A, obj4 equal to new A. Then you will pass a reference of obj3. Okay. By using the obj4, you can get what? You can get value of this obj, which is inside the class A. Get obj of class A. Get obj C. Okay. Get obj B dot get obj C dot get obj, not get obj, get A. Okay. When you are targeting to fetch this value from if you target to get this value from class A, you need to navigate, right? You need to do a lot of navigation. Okay, from A you need to depend upon class B, from B you need to depend upon class C, from C you need to depend upon class D. That's why I've said that, okay, this concept is called as what? The data navigation. After navigating it, you will fetch that and you will get that. But you need to maintain a relationship. That relationship, okay, class A has information of B, B has information of C, C has information of B. Everything is as what? As a relationship. This is just the simple idea to understand that when we start discussing in the project, these things will become very clear. For now, we have understood what is as a relationship. Now we are in a position to understand what is as a relationship. You can simply say that as a relationship is it's an association between the classes. It will improve the communication or data navigation between two classes. Making sense, everyone? Only 2 have rejoined. Getting Sudhir Balaji.